All right, I'm ready.
Garrett, I know things look good for the offense during the team portion of things, a couple of long runs. Just how are things progressing? I know last week you had said you're still trying to iron out some things on the offensive side. How are things progressed so far?
It's getting better. We're trying some new stuff. This past day and a half, we had a little bit of a slump, and defense really got after us. But today we came out with a lot of energy, and we gave it to them early. And it went back and forth for a little bit, but I'd say we won the day for the most part.
For you, what's been the hardest adjustment for you getting used to your new offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach?
Just seeing eye to eye and learning the new system, obviously, but and just getting everybody on the same page is the biggest thing, because there's a lot of variables that go into running each play, and the whole new logistically just running the plays and how we call things, and so just a change, but we're getting there and getting better every day. That's the biggest thing.
Why would you say the offense has slumped the last couple of days?
Guys rotating in and out, and they're trying some different things, different personnel sets, and just trying new stuff is the biggest thing, and just making sure we're getting better. And we finally were able to turn that corner today and capitalize on a lot of things that we were missing those couple of days.
Is it more of like working out the kinks?
Yeah, absolutely.
What have you seen from the wide receiver room so far?
Those guys are coming along. They're making a lot of plays. We got a lot of guys that can run, and camp's taxing for all those receivers, especially what we're asking them to do. So just continue to see things and grow, and see windows, sit in them, and recognize different looks in order to get open and make it easier on us.
Anyone surprise you so far?
I wouldn't say surprised, but there's a lot of guys doing a lot of good things.
How much confidence does it just give you knowing that, those guys are out there making plays, especially in the one-on-one portion today, that you can kind of just throw it up and, they'll make a play on it?
Absolutely. We got some taller guys and go up and get the ball, and so we want to cater to their strengths. So do a lot of that, and there's a lot of other stuff with the other guys that we've been doing, and just putting guys in spots to be successful is the biggest thing.
Garrett, this year being your second OC, your second offensive playbook in as many years, how comfortable are you with it, and what's the biggest area of growth you want to get within the system?
Yeah, this is actually my fourth OC in 4 years, but since I've been here. I've seen a lot of football and learned a lot of new systems, and the biggest thing for me is just to be eye to eye with Coach Beck and make sure we're seeing the same thing, and make sure when I see a window and if I think it's not open and he wants me to throw it there, we iron that out through film, and just being consistent going as we move forward and moving the chains and moving the sticks, getting first downs.
Coach Baber said he wants to see kind of a blend between his style and their style. What is that blend as the quarterback that you see?
Well, for the sake of Virginia, they threw the ball 50-something times a game, and we ran the ball a bunch. So we're still making sure our key components. Sean's a big part of this offense, so we're going to give him the ball, and those big guys up front are moving a lot of people around. So make sure that's the central focus, and then everything is built off of that.
It's a time of year where there's a lot of predictions out there. Do you guys embrace that, or file it away for later, or completely ignore it? What's the approach there?
I could tell you, I don't know what prediction you're talking about.
Just in general, do you look at them? Do you acknowledge them? Do you ignore them?
The only thing that matters that I think that matters to this team is in that building. The guys and the coaches in that building, we believe in ourselves and each other, and we're gonna do a lot of big things this year, and we have no doubt about that.
There's a list of notable defensive players on the other side of the football. Talk to me about how those guys have pushed your game to the next level since starting training camps.
Yeah, it's good, especially up front. The front seven is linebackers. Start with them; they get after. It makes it tough when we're not live. They always get onto us all sad. It's like, you're not tackling me. So that's a big thing that we go back and forth in practice, because we're not live. And then the DBs, obviously, they do a lot of good stuff, and we're putting a lot of strain on them with all these new plays. It's been fun to see, and it's definitely moving forward. We just got to be able to be consistent and keep moving the sticks.
Have you and the team, is it still in the building block phase, or have y'all turned your attention specifically to Louisville and what type of stuff they're going to do to try to confuse you and get the win?
No, we're still working on us.
Can you take me inside what it's like with you and Coach Beck and the difference, contrasting styles, so to say?
I wouldn't. He's a laid-back coach. He was yelling at me today and making sure I was just making all the reads, and for the most part I was. He just wanted to be more urgent. So he's really laid back unless you're really not getting things going. So, but we eventually did, and it ended up working out.
How do you see things going behind you with the guys competing to be number 2?
I mean, just a big learning. I mean, we all have a long way to learn. I'm not going to act like, I've made it, because I haven't. And just continuing to grow. It goes for all of us. But those guys are doing a lot of good things and just cleaning up, being more consistent for all around the board. That's just our whole room. So I felt like I took a little bit step forward with that today, and move the sticks, get some easier completions, not trying to force anything, and just giving everybody else the ball, giving them a chance to make plays.
Garrett, how has the adversity that you faced last year prepared you for this moment to be the leader and the guy on this team this year?
Yeah, I mean, I'll speak for my whole career at least. I've had a lot of different challenges. Every year I've had a competition, and going into this year. But I feel like those guys kind of bought in. We were fighting hard, and there's a lot of adversity that we had to face, and a lot of things that we had to battle that just weren't going our way, especially when we got into conference play, losing. But we were competitive. That was the biggest thing that we saw. So that gave us a lot of hope for this year, because hopefully we could turn those games around and come on the flip side, and have a lot more wins than we did last year.
So how do you feel how have you guys adjusted to a more flexible passing game? Right, like I was talking with the receivers and working some of your new concepts against different coverages. Like, how have you adapted to having 5 or 6 different options with a receiver than maybe 2? Like, you have the flexibility, but maybe you need to be ready for, I guess, a little bit more because of that, right?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is making sure that everybody knows that look. And I mean, it doesn't do us any good if I know what he's supposed to do and he doesn't do it. So the biggest thing is making sure that we're on the same page, and even if we're all wrong, we could be right. That's the biggest thing with this offense is, it may not be perfect, teach tape how we want it, but if we're on the same page and we make it happen, that's all that matters.
How much of the summer work factored into the confidence you have in you guys being on the same page?
Oh, it was huge, and I mean, I give that to credit to the coaches, especially the stuff that they gave us, the platform they gave us to kind of grow and make it our own. But I mean, it helped us out going into the first week, and we started off way better this year, I thought, versus last year, even with the new system for me.
Sure.
But I mean, we've been taking off with it, so it's been fun.
You got 2 more for Garrett, and I want to make sure Josh gets in there because he requested him.
Just what if you describe what Matthew Bergeron means to this offense? He's got critical hits for you guys.
I mean, he's huge. He's a leader up front, and that's where it all starts. If they're not doing their job, then nothing else can happen. And we were rotating some guys in there earlier on these past 2 days, and it's I'm glad we have him. I hope we need him to stay healthy.
Anything else for Garrett?
You have a favorite post-practice meal?
I mean, by the time you get out of practice, you could eat the ground and it tastes good. But I don't know. No, we have a little sub bar in there, so it's good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Garrett.